$1,295. All right, let's keep going. Next up on our Tucson Gem Discovery, we've packed our bags and gone this time to seek out blue lace agate with a beautiful, also lapis bead in an 18-inch necklace. There was a lot about this backstage. This is actually our producer Allison's favorite piece, and she has a good eye for jewelry. This really stood out to her. And Jay, you brought some rough for this.
Okay, and this is how it all starts, guys. And what makes this so unique and so different, okay, this isn't blue lace agate, okay? This is blue agate. I found this in Malawi. I don't know of anybody else that has this material. He can't even get any more material. I went to Malawi, which is another story in itself. I mean, if you go to Africa, look at Malawi. Most people have never heard of it.
Right.
And he's actually, which is really strange, he's a tobacco farmer that doesn't smoke. He's anti-smoking.
He's a tobacco farmer that doesn't smoke?
And he's anti-smoking. He's a tobacco farmer.
Something doesn't make sense there, Jay.
I know. And on the side, he mines. And so he mines sapphire, and that's why I went there. A friend of mine, who I get tanzanite and a lot of different rough materials from, introduced us. He said, look, I've got this friend, and he's got the sapphire. So I went, and they have blue sapphire, the Malawi sapphire that you've seen on. This, that's where we found it. In his warehouse, he had this material. He didn't know it was an agate. I thought, to tell you the truth, I thought this was blue chalcedony, because it looks a lot like blue chalcedony. The only blue agate I've really seen that's this color is a blue lace agate, but this didn't have really a lot of lacing to it. It's just more blue. It does have a little banding, but not really lacing. And I thought, this is blue chalcedony. The only time I've really seen blue chalcedony, I've seen it in several places, but the only time I've ever commercially seen it is in Turkey. Is where, you know, where I've seen it before. But you really have to watch because it's hydrated, it'll turn colors on you. This material, when we got it back, we tested it, we found it was an agate, but when I was there, I said, okay, we'll make a deal since we were putting a container together, and I bought everything. So we bought all the material that I am aware of and that he is aware of that was ever mined in this material. And this is how it originally looks. Now, this is a fairly big piece that you can see here, but this is where it all starts. This is the natural material, okay? And this, eventually, I'll carve it a little bit and polish it, and this will go into my specimen case. But when this material's gone, it's gone. It's not like he's mining anymore, or there's not even any more really to be mined, okay? This was a very small, he was mining the sapphire, and when they were mining the sapphire, one of the layers that the overburden they broke through was this material. And so he didn't even know what it was, but he thought, that's cool. And it's beautiful. So if you think about that, he thought it was so cool that we'll just go ahead and collect it. We'll keep it, right? But he had no idea. And there was like 6 barrels of this material, and that's it. So 6 barrels, each barrel is about 300 pounds. So there's about 1,800 pounds of material. And so we've cut this. It takes about 3 pounds of material just to cut one necklace. And I was thinking, okay, what can I combine with this to really kind of accent it or kind of give it an, to make it stand out, give it a different look. And so I used really super high grade lapis. So you've got these contrasts of blues here. You've got kind of the light blue, real subtle blue of the blue agate, and you've got that beautiful high dark blue AAA grade lapis material, AAA, AA grade, high blue with just, some of the top quality lapis. And here again, though, they're just accent pieces. It's just to break it up, to kind of give it a little contrast.
It's just beautiful. And I think for everybody that's looking for something, as you said, special, distinctive, but the hues of blue, the blues, the icy blues, the deep blues, the lapis.
Well, even on this, okay, think about this, okay? This isn't something that we could even do a Today Special on. You won't have the material. When this material's gone, and I have an office right now, and I've been collecting specimens, like, you know how people hoard stuff?
Yes.
Okay, I'm an organized hoarder. Okay.
I can't even imagine how much you have, Jay.
But I got to tell you, I'm trying to catalog everything right now, and I'm putting out these specimens, and I literally have thousands. It's really sad, it's sick. But what is amazing, though, to me, and really, when you do this for a living, you forget. I go on, and then as I'm doing this, I go, oh my gosh, you can't get that anymore. Right. It's no longer available. And it's not only turquoises, it's all the different things that I've had over my career that, that were so cool that people loved and we did so well with. Rainbow calsilica is a perfect example. I have one specimen, one.
Just one.
Now, it's a cool specimen. Right. It's probably the coolest specimen that you'll ever see, but it's the only piece that I have on that. And that's just one. Literally, out of thousands and thousands of specimens I have, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those specimens that the material is no longer available. And that's what's cool about something like this. You are buying something that nobody else has. I don't know of anybody else that's actually ever shown this material. There is no more material as far as I know.
Well, I'm thrilled that the response has been so fantastic to it. Again, you're seeing it here first.
First time.
Yeah, first time. That's what the show is all about tonight. We are scratching the surface of what's available. I want to show you